Hello and welcome to Breathing Design. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. And if you've been following us regularly, this is another Revit tutorial. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to create an exploded view. But before that, I'll also be going right from the beginning on how to import a CAD plan and then model the components in it, flooring, walls, and then creating a 3D floor plan, and then finally how to present it in an exploded view. If you want to watch other tutorials on this, like how to model the exterior of it, how to create sections in section perspective, how to create a 3D view with landscape diagram, this is all from the same model, same Revit model. You can go ahead and watch these tutorials. I'll be linking them in the description below. And if you want to skip right ahead to how to create an exploded view, I'll also be mentioning the time frame. You can just go and click that if you want to follow it from the beginning. And this is going to be beginner friendly. So if you want to learn it from the beginning, let's get started. Before we start modeling it, let's set the units first. For that, type UN and the project units will pop up. And here under length, go ahead and change the unit to whichever is preferable to you. I prefer using feet and fraction inches, so I'm just going to keep that and go ahead. Alright, so once we're done with the units, let's set the levels. So for that, the first level is going to be ground floor. So I'll just rename that to ground floor. And I would not like to rename the corresponding views that are just jumble up according to the naming. So I'll just keep it as level 1 and level 2. And then this one is going to be first floor. And then I'll also change the height to 13 feet like this, or maybe 12 feet. Yeah. And then I'll create a couple new floor plans, sorry. So for that, under architecture, go to level and 12 feet from the one below, I'll just create another level here like this. Okay, I'll just switch off this bubble and switch it on over here. Okay, and I'll name this to second floor. Okay, and then finally I'll be creating another floor and a terrace. You can also use the option of pick lines and then give the offset of 12 feet. So like this, you can create a new level. Alright, so now that all of our levels has been set, I will go ahead and import a CAD plan. So basically on the ground floor, I'll have nothing but a space for parking, and I just need to model the boundary for that. So I'll just go ahead and import the CAD plan for that. So go to Insert and click on Import CAD. Specify the location and click on Open. So this way, the CAD plan gets imported like this, and it is pinned as you can see. So once the CAD plan is imported, go to Architecture and let's start creating the boundary walls. To create the walls, click on Wall, specify a thickness. I'm going to change the location line to finish face interior, and I'm going to set the level, base level to ground floor and top level to first floor. click on apply. Okay, and this boundary line that you can see, I'm just going to create walls. Alright, so this is what it looks like. And okay, now this is it, and I'll just be adding a couple of gates here in the front, one over here and one over here like this. So for that, here are some of the families that I have downloaded. So I'm just going to use this double gate. And place it here in the front like this. Also, I'm going to just increase the width of it to 8, no, 7. Alright, so here we have it, and I don't want the walls to go up till the next floor. So I'm just going to select all of the walls, and I'm going to change the top constraint to 0 and top offset to 5 feet. So I just want the walls to only go up till here. Okay, and I will just hide this floor plan from my 3D view. In order to do that, type VG, go to imported categories and uncheck the button for your level, for your DWG drawing, and then click on OK, and then it just disappears. Okay, and now let's place a floor. So to place a floor, go to floor under architecture, select the floor, and if you want to change the thickness of it, just click on duplicate and specify the thickness here in the name, and then go to edit and change the thickness over here. Click on OK, and then just go to pick walls and pick the walls like this. Alright, so as you can see, a floor has been created like this. And we'll be placing a couple of cars. So for that, here we have the car family. Just load it, drag and drop it like this, and then the family gets loaded, and then use space bar to change the direction like this, and then place it. Alright, and also I would like to place the staircase and the lift over here like this. So to model the staircase, under architecture, go to stair, and then select the straight staircase, or if you want a U-shaped staircase like this, you can click on this. You have different shapes like this. I'm just going ahead with this straight one, and let me specify. Alright, so I've kept the width of the staircase to 2.6. So I'm just going to change the width over here like this, and then align it correctly like this. And then once you're done, just click on OK. Okay, so your staircase has been modeled. and let's see what it looks like in the 3D view. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Okay, and now let's model the lift. For the lift, we're just going to be modeling the walls around it, and we'll place the lift door. Again, to model the wall, click on WA, and the dimension of this wall is 6 inches. So I'll just take that, set the offsets properly, and then just model the wall. To trim off the extra ends, use TR and trim off the extra ends, and then place a lift door. And make sure you align it properly. Alright, so as you can see, this is what it looks like. Okay, so once we're done with that, let's move ahead to your first floor where we place all of this element. Now click on the plan that we just imported. Now we're done with the boundary and everything. So click on the floor plan and then move the base level to first floor. Okay, now if we click on the first floor, you can see the plan over here. And now let's start modeling the walls. Alright, so I've basically modeled all of the exterior walls. As you can see, the green out boundary lines were the exterior walls, and now let me just show that to you in 3D view. As you can see, the exterior walls are done. Now let's just go ahead and model the interior walls as well. So the dimension of the interior walls is 5 inches. So as you can see, all of the interior walls are modeled as well. So once we're done with the walls, let's move ahead with the flooring. Okay, so I'm just going to place one floor did this entire floor plan, and then one floor slab did this entire floor plan, and then a common floor slab here. Okay, so again, to model the floor, click on floor and specify the level and dimensions properly, and then just pick the boundaries. If you want to split the line here in the middle, type SL and split the line like this in half, and then type TR to trim and extend at the corners like this. And then once you're done, just click on OK. Alright, so as you can see, the flooring has been assigned to this part of the building. Now similarly, let's place a floor over there as well. Now since the dimension and the type, everything is the same, I'm just going to go ahead and mirror it to the other side. So in order to do that, let's just create a center line first. Pick a reference plane and draw it along the center of the building like this. This is only in case of structures where you have similar things on both the sides. Okay, so select the floor and click on mirror and pick this axis. So as you can see, the floor got placed like this, and here since there was no space over here, it's come the same way. Let's just edit the boundary here, and with the help of trim, you can trim the corners like this. So once you're done, click on OK. So we've placed the floor slab on both the sides. Now let's place a floor slab here at the passageway. Click on OK. Now similarly, we have to place a floor slab for the balconies as well. Alright, now since this is the same one, let's just mirror it. Alright, now as you can see, the floor slab is getting placed at the base of the walls like this. So let's just change the height offset to 4 inches. So that it gets placed properly like this. Okay. So once we're done with all of the walls and the floors, let's go ahead and place the components. So as you can see here, you're not able to view the plan exactly. So that is because it is in hidden line view. If you change that to wireframe, you will be able to see all of the components. Let's start with the bedroom. Here we have a bed and we have a wardrobe here. Okay, so before we start placing the components, let's just place the doors and the windows first. So for that, go to door, and here under single flush, pick a door and place it like this. For windows, under architecture, go to the window option and select the windows. Alright, so after placing the doors and windows, this is what it looks like. So once the windows and the doors are placed, let's place all of the components. Let's start with the bed. So again, I have this bed available on my website. I'll be linking that as well in the description box. Please go ahead and download it. Just drag and drop it. And then just copy, come back here and place it. Rotate this bed and then move and place it properly. If you're getting confused because of these lines from your ground floor, so you can always just make that go away by changing your base range to first floor. Alright, so that way you won't be able to see what's below it. Similarly, place the bed over there as well. And now let's add the wardrobes. Alright, so once we're done with that, here I've missed out a sliding door. So let me just add that first. You can also change the dimension here. First, measure it in the floor plan. The width of the door is 5. So let's change the width to 5. Alright. So once that is done, let's add the kitchen components. So for that, for the kitchen cabinet, either you can, here I have a family. Okay, here I have a family that is an entire kitchen cabinet like this. It is pre-modeled. And this is what it looks like. So either you can do that or you can just model in place. So go to component and go to model in place, and this will be a very basic one. This is not a detailed one. This is just to represent that there is a cabinet section over here. That's all. Just go to pick line and pick these lines. Even if you want to go in detail and model the entire kitchen cabinet, you can always do that or keep it simple. Let's give the extrusion end to 4 feet. Oh, that is too much. Let's change that to 3 too. And let's change the window sill height to 3.6 like this. Okay, and go back to your floor plan, and let's add the sink, the refrigerator, and the cooktop. Make sure your elements are all visible and aligned properly. And here, if you want to create an extrusion for the sink, just select the component that we just placed, go to edit and place, and go to create void forms. So like this, you can create an extrusion to make the sinks visible. Okay, once you're done, just click on Finish Model. Go back to your floor plan and let's add a cooktop. Now let's add a refrigerator. Align it properly. Alright, so the kitchen and the bedrooms are done. Now let's move ahead with the bathrooms. Let's add a shower head first. Water closet. And then finally a sink. You can download any Revit family that you want. They're all available. There are multiple options to pick from. I have also set the elevation for this one. I've created a video which consists of various websites to download these families from. You can download a couple of families from my website as well. So go ahead and do that. And now let's just add these living room components. First, the sofa. Control C and then Control V. Place it and then rotate it. And then let's add a chair. A coffee table. Let's increase the width. Sorry, that was not the width. Alright. And then finally a TV unit. use a space bar to flip the elements and then just place it like this. So once we're done, this is what your 3D floor plan will look like. Alright. So now, since we have the same elements on this side, except it's just mirrored, so I'm just going to select all of these components. I'm just going to select everything basically and go to filter. And here I do not want the walls, I do not want the stairs, and I do not want the floor. Okay, the rest of the things I'd like to copy it, mirror it to the other side. So I'm just going to select these things and click on OK. Make sure all of the elements are selected. Oh, I've not modeled this bathroom. So let me just quickly do that. Okay, so select everything, go to filter, uncheck the floors, stairs and the walls, and the rest of the elements, click on mirror. So once you're done, this is what it looks like. Now let's just, in the 3D view itself, let's assign a color to all of the walls. Let's hide these first. Okay, now select everything. Go to filter, check none, and just select all of the walls. Click on OK. Click on right view and override graphics in view. And this is not how you render it or anything. If you want to render it, then you'll have to go and change the material individually. If you just want to present it in a shaded view, this is the best option. Under surface patterns, pick solid fill and then give a gray shade like this, and then something a little lighter, and then click on OK. And then similar thing, let's do that for the floors as well. Select everything, filter, check none, and click on floors. So, and then right click, right click, override graphics in view by element, and let's give it a darker shade. Something like this. Alright, so this works for me. So similarly, you can pick any color you want to as per your convenience. And now that we're done modeling pretty much, okay, now we have just the railings left here at the balcony. So to model the railings, go to Architecture and here pick railing and just specify the boundary. Let's change the type to glass panel bottom fill, and let's mirror this. So if you want to just represent this floor plan to the client, for example, if you want to just show what this one looks like, individual floor plan, so just select the walls like this from the four sides and click on selection box. So okay, if you, because I picked this whole wall, the whole thing came off. So if you want just so much, select that and selection box. So like that, only so much. And now here you can just pull this one like this and this one like this, and you can represent the floor plan like this. Okay. All right. So this is how you can represent an individual house floor plan if you want to. And even on top, you can just pull it down so that the things are visible. Yeah. And you can represent it like this. Okay. And if you want to view the entire thing again, just uncheck section box. And you can see the whole building again. So now that we're done with this one floor, let's copy paste the same elements to second and third floor as well. So first, just delete this floor plan since we won't be needing it, and delete this reference plane. And also let's add a door over here. We had forgotten that before. Okay, so now if this is everything that you need, just select everything, go to copy, and then place it on second and third floor. Okay, so everything has gotten copied. Now let's just select everything. Again, go to filter, check none, walls. You can do this in the end as well, so that is okay once we're done with the terrace. Now let's just go to the final floor plan, and that is your terrace. And let's keep the range base to third floor so that we can see where we're placing the walls, and just place the boundary walls. Select these walls and let's change the top offset to 5 feet like this. Alright, so if you want to see what the exterior modeling looks like, there's a video uploaded on our YouTube channel. Right here you can learn how to model the exterior of it, or if you want to learn how to do the landscaping for that as well, you can watch it in this video. And also please don't forget to subscribe it. Okay, so once, okay, let's not forget the floor. And give the height offset of 4 inches. So in the end, this is what the whole building will look like. Let's select everything, go to filter and just check on the walls. Right click, override graphics in view, solid fill, and give it some color. Let's select all the floors, override graphics in view. Okay, so once we do that, now we have modeled the entire interior floor plans, the 3D floor plans. And now how do you represent it in a 3D view? In an exploded view, sorry. So how do you do that is, select one floor plan, okay, and go to displace elements and then pull it upwards, okay, and similarly do the same thing for the other floors as well. Put it displace and pull it a little upwards. Make sure you're looking at the distances. Make sure that they're at least a little bit similar. Okay, so this looks something similar, and then this is what it looks like. And if you want to add the lines, the path, you can click on the path and you can just specify the ends like this, the corners. So like this, you can specify the lines. And if you want to cut out sections in this as well, click on section box, okay, and then just drag it a little bit on the inside. And you can show the floor plan like this. If you want, you can drag it in from this end as well. And this is how you show a 3D floor plan in the exploded view. I hope you guys understood everything that I taught in this video. And if you have any doubts or concerns or queries, please reach out to us in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much.